Hello Galactic family. Ascension Energy Update, Ascension Master Kuan Yin. I am happy to have this opportunity to speak to you all today. We understand that many of you feel the great lack of control that is happening in your society. You can say that the great change is upon you, and some wonder if this change you are feeling is in the positive sense. Let us assure you that it is. With this statement, some of you will feel quite incredulous and wonder if we are aware of what is happening on your planet. We are very aware, and we are able to see the bigger picture, and this is what we would like you to understand. At the moment of creation there is chaos, which stabilizes, and in this stabilization, things can then be constructed or put into practice, but first there is chaos. When the river is blocked by beavers, the river must force its flow in a new direction. There is chaos first in the new direction, and then there is the flow. This is where you are. You are in the stage of chaos. What is to be expected is that, once chaos stabilizes, the new can be built. It is precisely for this reason that we ask you not to be drawn by the emotions of the external world, because then you would simply be resisting the introduction of the new. We ask each of you to look at what you are creating in your thoughts, words and deeds, because it is up to you to stabilize the chaos, so that a new flow can be established. We understand that this is not a small task. We are asking you to be the lifesaver of reason, the 0 point, if you will. We are asking you to return to unconditional love again and again, when much of what you hear in your world is incompatible with it and destined to infuriate. We are asking you to be open and see all sides, allowing even a side that has never been seen before. Society is built on conflict and misinformation. Truth has just begun to be exposed. You may wonder why this was done. Is simple. Indignation toward the neighbor can make someone feel that they are taking a stand by affirming their main beliefs, but this is really an illusion that one is accessing power. When one is able to love everyone unconditionally and not be provoked by the other person's learning process, one is demonstrating the true definition of what accessing one's personal power is. This does not mean that you cannot have an opinion or a limit. Quite the opposite. It is the realization that their opinions are valuable to them and those of others, valuable to them, and that they need not combine. It is the realization that everyone is going through the process of awakening at different rates. If one chooses to awaken internally by accepting fear and separation for a period of time, this is perfectly adequate for his experience. We are asking you to allow each person their due process, as they have been allowed in relation to yours. Many of you are struggling with the emotions of fear, anger, and indignation in the collective. Your sensitive natures can easily become overwhelmed. If this is how you are feeling, we ask you to step back and take a look at your immediate reality. Understand that at this point, each person's internal conflicts are being reflected in a sphere of conscious connections. Look at your most intimate relationships, your friends and family. Is there harmony? Is there well-being? So, look at your working relationships, your relationships with the larger audience. Where is discord? Where are you demonstrating that you have to be cured internally? This is your true reality. Everything else is what you allow yourself to enter through external sources. It is not that we recommend that people post visors to what is happening in the world, but first and foremost, you must be secure in your role, in your relationships. If you think of each sphere of connection, such as traveling further and further away from the coast, you will understand why it is important to continually build an ever larger boat. If someone is in a rowboat, which may be enough to face any discord of loved ones, it can get flooded when trying to cross the waters of family or working relationships. As you practice your abilities of neutrality and unconditional love, as you work on everything that changes you from a state of being, your boat becomes continually bigger and stronger. Many of you are in different roles to stabilize the new energies of Earth, the new grids, and help heal the planet and its inhabitants. You are the stabilizers for your specific area. These roles are very important and require you to be balanced internally to achieve them. Keeping balance, even if it means withdrawing from all that disturbs them, is not selfishness, it is necessary. With deep respect and admiration. Kuan Yin. Conversation with Kuan Yin. I can honestly say I am shocked at the amount of poison that has been played in people with regard to political views. The number of narrow-minded tendencies that sweep over generalizations and negativity have really surprised me. For me, part of that shock is my understanding of how thoughts, words, and emotions are things. Many weapons were created and released recently. Kuan Yin, when you are unaware of this fact, is not understood what was created and used. It's very much like war. That's why we send messages so people stop getting involved if they leave the battlefield. It can be a challenge for someone to keep their pure energy field in the midst of chaos. It can be done, but one must be on a very large boat. This 1111 portal produced great effect. In a moment, I felt as if the portal were inside my body and that it was attracting my whole essence. In my mind, it felt like I was in a black hole, being propelled forward. I spoke to my superior aspect, who explained to me that this stellar portal was not out there but inside each person. That I needed to stay calm, allow and revel in this incredible process that was happening. Kuan Yin, yes. It is a common misconception that the stargates are outside of you. Everything is within, and each person can activate each transition to the level at which it is capable. Many are struggling. Headaches are common. All of my children have had them alternately in the last 2 weeks. I have found that Epsom bath salts are wonderful. Some are experiencing fluctuations in their hearing and vision. Others have hip pain and swelling in the lower extremities. Kuan Yin, understand that all this is normal as the person comes in line with the higher frequencies. Everything inside is changing and changing. This requires regulation of their energetic and physical bodies. This is done more easily in your sleep, which is why many find themselves resting more than usual. Make sure your body is hydrated and full of essential minerals, such as magnesium, which is very important as well. Thank you. Kuan Yin, I'm happy to help this beautiful Transcendio